Welcome to Lesson 12, Abreactions, Duty of Care and Health and Safety Laws. In a nutshell, the fast track to this is I recommend that you go onto Amazon and buy a book called Practicing Safe Hypnosis by Roger Hambleton. His second name is spelled Hambleton. Practicing Safe Hypnosis by Roger Hambleton. It will tell you all about British, UK law, American law and Australian law, and most of that applies to Europe as well, in terms of best practice for health and safety, duty of care and such matters when doing hypnotherapy treatments. It will give you examples of people who've had court cases taken against them in the past, who've lost them, who've won them, and how to protect yourself. That's one thing I recommend you do. The second thing you must do is check any local laws in your area. In some states of America, it's illegal to call yourself a hypnotherapist. That's why people tend to call themselves life coaches or NLP practitioners or some other name to get round the laws. So check the laws in your area and be sure to abide by any that are relevant in your own individual country. For example, in Britain, thanks to the Cancer Act, we cannot claim to cure cancer with hypnosis. And there's another good reason why, because we can't. We might be able to deal with things that could help, relieve stress and other stuff in their life, which could lead to an outcome of the person going into remission or apparently being cured due to the knock-on effects, but we can never claim a cure of something because that goes against advertising laws, and with cancer goes against cancer laws. We have to say that we may be able to help people, or they could have positive benefits by experiencing stress management or such things. Obviously, with smoking cessation, weight loss and that, we can offer a guarantee. These are subject matters that are covered in way more depth. They go beyond the scope of this course, but they're covered in way more depth in the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp, which you can see testimonials for and full details by going to magicalguru.com and clicking on the button that says Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp. Where you can get yourselves a massive 90% discount on the usual price by entering the discount code of HYPNOTIZE, that's HYPNOTIZE, Hypnotize in block capital letters into the checkout, and you'll get 90% off, meaning that for the next 7 days you can get into the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp for just 497 United States dollars, which is roughly 397 pounds United Kingdom sterling, instead of the usual 4,997 pound price tag. It's the best investment you'll ever make in yourself. If you've enjoyed these videos so far and seen benefit in them, and you've seen benefit in the enclosed PDFs and other resources, then let me tell you that the bootcamp is, 1 million times bigger, better and more beneficial to you. So having said that, health and safety and duty of care laws, but in the safety of your client first is always most important. If somebody comes to you and they want to, for example, they say they've got long-term pain, you must always do things like checking if there is an underlying medical reason for this. Have they seen their doctor first? Pain is the body's way of saying that something's wrong. Once they've seen a medical doctor and they're on treatment, that pain may continue until the treatment fully works, or if they've been diagnosed with, say, long-term arthritis, so there's no longer any reason or benefit to them having the pain, then it would be fine to help them. But we don't want to help somebody get rid of a headache who's not seen a medical doctor, because that headache may have been, for example, the clue that they've got a brain tumour. So we must always only act when it is safe. This is fully covered in the risk management guide that's inside the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp. I recommend you to join the bootcamp and become fully conversant with health and safety. Obvious health and safety and duty of care things are to make sure any chair you've got a client sat in is stable, safe and steady, so they won't fall out of it and it won't break or hurt them. Make sure they can't trip over the carpet in your office. All those kind of things need to be considered as well. Generally speaking, also make sure before a session that your client is not, for example, epileptic, that they're not likely to have a fit, so that if they were epileptic and they had a fit, you were warned about it. But then only proceed to treat them in that circumstance if you know what to do if they did have a fit. So I recommend all therapists before they start seeing clients to do a professional first aid at work safety course. First aid safety at work course, first aid in the workplace course, so you know what to do should an unexpected medical emergency occur. Obviously ring an ambulance as quickly as you can, but how to administer first aid. Study duty of care laws, study health and safety best practice. Best way of doing that, most efficient way, is to join the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp. Also protect yourself. I recommend that all therapists video record every session they do. These days, that's easy to do by situating a webcam type camera in the corner of your consulting room in such a manner it can see the client entering the room and it can see the client and yourself at all times whilst the client's in the room. So you can set it recording just before the client arrives and you leave it recording until after the client's left. So a forensic expert will be able to look at that video file and say it's not edited in any manner, and it therefore shows you at all times only touching the client by lifting up their wrist for the deepener, but you got permission for that. It didn't come as a shock to them because you told them in advance and got permission and said nod your head if you understand, which is them giving consent. But it proves that you've not done anything inappropriate, you've not done anything dangerous, you've not touched them in any appropriate way, so nobody can make any false allegations against you after the event, because you will keep that video file on an external hard drive that is kept under lock and key in a safe, perhaps in a money cash box, locked up inside a safe that is locked up, so you are compliant with GDPR, General Data Protection Register rules, which you can research also online, but are taught fully in the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp. So there are other things to consider, but as I say, the easy solution is join the Hypnosis Bootcamp today via visiting magicalguru.com, pressing on the button that says Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp and entering the discount voucher code in block capital letters of HYPNOTIZE, which is HYPNOTIZE at checkout. I'll see you in the next lesson.